Have you ever looked at a PTE Re-order Paragraph question and felt like all the sentences are playing hide and seek? You read them once, twice, maybe 3 times, and they still don't make sense. If that's happening to you, don't worry. In this lesson, I'm going to show you a simple strategy that can help you solve reorder paragraph questions faster and more accurately. Let's start with the biggest mistake students make. Many people try to arrange all the sentences at the same time. That's like trying to complete a puzzle without finding the corner pieces first. Reorder paragraph is not about guessing. It's about finding logical connections between sentences. The first thing you should do is identify the opening sentence. The opening sentence usually introduces the topic. It doesn't refer to something mentioned earlier. Be careful with words like he, she, they, this, these, or those. If a sentence starts with one of these words, it is probably not the first sentence because the reader doesn't know what those words refer to yet. Once you've found the opening sentence, start looking for keywords. Imagine one sentence mentions climate change, another sentence talks about rising temperatures. Those ideas are connected. Writers often introduce a topic and then explain it in the following sentence. Think of it like following footprints through the snow. Here's a powerful shortcut. Look for pronouns. For example, if one sentence says, Albert Einstein developed the theory, and another says, he later received international recognition, it's obvious that he refers to Albert Einstein. That's a strong clue that those sentences belong together. Another great trick is identifying transition words. Words like however, therefore, additionally, meanwhile, and consequently usually connect ideas. If a sentence starts with however, it often follows a sentence that presents an opposite idea. These words act like road signs showing you where the paragraph is heading. Let's imagine these sentences. First, a man bought a pet monkey. Second, the monkey learned how to open the refrigerator. Third, as a result, food started disappearing every day. You don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to solve that one. The monkey can't steal food before learning how to open the refrigerator. The sequence must follow the logic of events. Many students focus too much on grammar and ignore meaning. That's dangerous. Two sentences might look grammatically correct together but make no logical sense. Always ask yourself one question. Does this story flow naturally? If the answer is no, keep looking for a better connection. What if you're stuck between two possible answers? Here's a rescue strategy. Instead of looking at the entire paragraph, focus on finding pairs. Connect two sentences that clearly belong together. Then find another pair. Once you build small connections, the whole paragraph becomes much easier to solve. It's like assembling small pieces of a puzzle before completing the full picture. Let's quickly recap. First, find the opening sentence. Second, look for keywords and repeated ideas. Third, use pronouns to identify connections. Fourth, pay attention to transition words. Fifth, focus on logical meaning rather than guessing. And if you get stuck, build sentence pairs first. Remember, reorder paragraph is not testing luck. It's testing your ability to recognize logical relationships. The more you practice these techniques, the faster you'll become. So the next time you see a reorder paragraph question, don't panic. Follow the clues, trust the process, and let the sentences tell their story. That's how you turn a confusing puzzle into easy marks in PTE.